All right, joining me via Zoom, he is the Cousy Award winner as the nation's top point guard. For all, obviously, Hoop Hall is the ones who put out all of these awards. Visit hoophallawards.com for more information on all of the winners. Also, follow Hoop Hall on Twitter at Hoop Hall. Follow Instagram, Hoop Hall at Hoop Hall. But Cousy Award winner, nation's top point guard. And I got to be honest, for people watching on YouTube, the first man to ever wear a suit for me on the Aaron Torres Podcast, Ayo Dosunmu. How you doing, man?
Thank you. I'm doing well. Just been working out a lot, getting a lot of work in, just getting my body right. I'm working on my game, but I'm feeling good. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Well, and I appreciate you coming on, man. And it is a crazy time, an incredibly busy time for you. And I kind of want to start at the end, and work our way backwards here. But you're a gentleman that obviously, you grew up in Illinois, you grew up in Chicago, all that kind of stuff. You commit to Illinois as an 18-year-old, as a highly rated recruit. Leave now 3 years later as a 21-year-old grown man getting ready for the NBA. One, how fast has this last 3 years gone by? And how many great memories did you make at Illinois? Because obviously we all loved watching you, but I'm sure behind the scenes you had a ton of fun being a member of the Fighting Illini.
Oh, man, these 3 years went by, so fast. I truly enjoyed, every single last one of them. But, I remember the time where, I just came in on campus, my mom and my girl. I remember my dad, we came down when they first dropped me off. And now, being 21 years old, 3 years later, like you said, we've been through a lot, not just myself, but the whole, program. When I came here, we were a bottom team in the Big Ten. Then my first year, we still were a bottom team, and then we elevated. We put hard work, sweat, tears into getting Illinois back to where it belongs. And now, me entering my name into the draft, pursuing my professional career, I can gladly say that Illinois is back relevant and back, one of the top schools in the nation. So, I think I accomplished what I came here to accomplish.
100%. And that was actually going to be my first question. I mean, I think that it's easy for us to forget now. You win the Big Ten postseason championship. You have an incredible year, number one seed. This Illini program, Coach Underwood, his staff was really just getting things going. I know it was a million years ago now, but what made you want to be a part of this program? Because you could have gone anywhere, continued a rich legacy somewhere else. And obviously Illinois had a rich legacy before you got there, but you really built your own legacy and really helped rebuild this program. What was it about Illinois that appealed to you so much even 3, 4, 5 years ago when you were going through the college process?
Yeah, definitely. What appealed to me was basically everything that happened now, seeing Illinois all in the media, seeing Illinois as one of the top, 5 to 10 teams in the country all year long, getting the proper notoriety that we deserve. And that's what I came here for. I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of the rebuild. I want to be a part of, we were the first team to win a Big Ten championship since 2005. I want to be a part of that. I want to be one of the main reasons to get highly recruits, coming in each and every year. And I think that, me coming here for these 3 years, accomplish what I accomplished. I think that in the long run, for my legacy, 20 years from now, I don't think that, I could have had a bigger legacy nowhere else because this is my home state. So I think that, I just want to be one of the reasons why.
No, and let me ask you about that because, listen, every young man has his own decision to make. Some guys don't even go to college. Some leave after a year. Some stay 4 years. Many like yourself, 3 years, incredible career. But it would have been easy. You had individual success, specifically as a freshman. I think you declared after that year. Last year, you definitely had some team success. But, obviously there was no NCAA tournament in 2020. So, what went in? Because I vividly remember your decision to return last year where you're all Big Ten, you would have been drafted, you would have been a millionaire by now. Was it strictly about the legacy? Was it strictly about the opportunity to continue to build what you've done? Because, there's not many guys that as talented as you that make it to their junior year. I don't want to keep harping on all this, but I just vividly remember where I was when you decided to come back specifically for your junior year. And I said, oh my goodness, this team's about to be good this year.
Yeah, definitely. No, it wasn't financially, my family they were stable. So, I didn't need to rush into anything. So it was strictly about my legacy. It was strictly about me wanting to come back and, stand on my business, stand on what I gave my commitment to. When I committed at the Jordan Brand store, I said, I'm here to bring Illinois back, bring them back relevant again. And I knew that after my sophomore year, we were getting, some notice. We had some people on notice, but we still wasn't where we belong. And I think coming back one more year, I set some goals for myself to accomplish, of course. And I just want to attack those goals. And I knew that, me coming back from my junior year, working as hard as I can, then at the end of the day, when I was to leave my junior year, that Illinois would be back where it belongs.
Fantastic. You talk about the goals, you talk about your individual success, and of course the team success. It's easy to forget now with the way things ended, but you guys were about 9-5, I believe, in the middle of January. And then you flipped a switch, and some of it was when you got hurt and other guys stepped up. But when did you feel like, okay, we came back, we have this pressure, I think preseason top 4, top 5, top 10, whatever it was. When did you feel like this Illinois group really hit their stride? Because again, I think it's easy to forget it wasn't super easy and you weren't blowing everybody out to start the season.
I would say we really hit our stride maybe towards the end of the season, towards the middle end of the season. I believe we went like 7-1. And then we lost to Michigan State, of course. I think like before that game, I think we really hit our stride. I really believe that we could, win a national championship and compete for a national championship.
Was there one moment or one game, obviously, you mentioned losing to Michigan State, but also you beat Michigan, you have so much success late. Was there one moment or one game where you realized, wow, like we're really hitting our stride? I wouldn't want to play. And by the way, you were on the bench for a few of those games with an injury. I mean, was there a game you were watching or a game you were a part of where you said, man, we're starting to be the team that I thought we could be all along?
I knew all season long we were the team that we can be, all along. We played Duke. We played, really well. We had a lot of, success. We showed a lot of flashes of being one of the best teams in the country. With our team, just consistency. And I think maybe, like I said, towards the end of the season, we played Minnesota. They were only 9-1. They were 9-1 the whole season. At Minnesota, they just had beat Michigan. They beat Iowa. They were beating all the top teams in the country. We went there and beat them by like 30. So after that game, I'm like, yeah, okay. We really beat. We can win a national championship.
I remember watching that game. I just mentioned it. How impressed were you by your teammates? I mean, everyone remembers it was only a few months ago, but you have a face injury. You have to wear the mask. We all will remember the mask forever as long as we think of Ayo at Illinois. But there was a few games that you were kind of on the sidelines just watching, and guys like Andre Curbelo, obviously Kofi, all those guys stepped up and were incredible. How impressed were you with your team watching them from the sidelines? Because it's not often that the star player gets to kind of be a spectator like the rest of us.
Yeah, I was extremely proud of my teammates, how they came out and faced adversity. They played with an edge. And, they just went out there and competed. A lot of the teams that we were going against when I was hurt, when they saw I wasn't playing, that you could see them in the layup line getting excited. And you can never, underestimate someone. And our team, they took that as motivation. They went out there and competed as hard as they can. So I was extremely proud of them to see them go out there and stride and go out there and play hard for 40 minutes and get those W's.
How excited are you to watch Andre Curbelo these next few years at Illinois?
Oh, I'm excited for him. Him getting bigger, him getting stronger, coming back, running the show, keeping Illinois where it belongs. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited for his growth of his game.
I know you're a star, but did he ever do anything during a game, one of those jab fakes, between the leg passes that even had you shaking your head like, I can't believe I just saw that?
Oh, I mean, normally most of the stuff he does in the game, I see it in practice. We be practicing for 2-3 hours a day. So, all the stuff he does in the game, he does on the scout team in practice.
Very good. Last couple questions. We'll get you out of here. First of all, you did mention the Big Ten championship. You came here with, to build a legacy, and you said you had some individual goals, and, I would never ask you what those personal goals are, but, I'm sure one of them was to bring home some hardware to the University of Illinois. How nice was it? Exciting was it to go to Indianapolis for that Big Ten championship, end up winning it? You beat Ohio State in a thriller, and you did bring home that hardware that you promised Illinois fans when you kind of committed many years ago.
It was great. It was great to bring home that hardware because that was, one of my goals. Actually, that was one of my, goals for my freshman year to win a Big Ten championship, win a national championship. So to, go out there, with the mask on, play with my teammates, just fight through adversity. Those tough games, beating Iowa, beating Ohio State, beating Rutgers, in the Big Ten, the competitive Big Ten, the deep Big Ten, to go out there and bring home some hardware. That was, really exciting and really a dream because that's what you dream of. That you dream of, winning a championship for your home state. Bringing home a championship for your home state, cutting down nets, and to really accomplish our goal that we had when we first got on campus. That was exciting.
All right, I just failed in my job. Like, we all get graded on stuff. You were an All-American. I just got sent to the end of the bench because I didn't ask you about the mask. So tell us about the mask. When the doctor first proposed it to you, you're kind of like, because it was an iconic part of this season. And as much as everybody knew Ayo, once you threw on the mask, man, I think it took your notoriety in some ways to a different level.
Yeah, definitely. When I found out my nose was broke, the doctor told me, all right, you have to wear a mask, for the rest of the season. And I was like, all right, that's cool. At first, I was pretty skeptical, but I'm like, all right, I want to get back out there as soon as possible so we can get it done. We went the next day. We got it. I got fitted for it. They got me a mask. They got me a clear one. And then he was like, what do you think about a black one? I'm like, that's cool. So he got me a black one. We fitted it on. And then I started wearing it, At first, it was pretty irritating. Like, I couldn't keep it on for like more than 5 minutes. But I had to, play through it, practice. I remember the first practice, I had my mask on, looking side to side. It was pretty, sketchy. Like, it wasn't the same without my mask. So I was a little slower, reacting to things, Coach Underwood, but he was still yelling at me. So, I got used to it fast. And then I just went out there and played. I didn't make any excuses. It is what it is. I really enjoy wearing my mask. That was what kept my nose protected.
Did the guys give you a hard time the first time you walked out to practice with it?
No, everyone always loved the mask. It was a fan favorite of the mask. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool wearing it though. Wearing it the whole practice, wearing it in games. It was cool.
Fantastic. Couple more. The first one I do have to ask just very quickly about the Loyola Chicago game. Obviously, it's not how you want the season to end. Just as you look back on that game, how frustrating it is it for you? Not the result necessarily, but that you didn't get to show the world, because, we all knew Illinois was capable of winning a national championship. And how disappointing was it for you to not be able to show the world just how good this program is, just how good this team is on the biggest stage? But then also, I'm sure it was tough for you knowing that it was the last time that you were going to be out on the floor with that particular group of guys.
I don't think it was disappointing. I think it was disappointing because we didn't get to accomplish our main goal. But I don't think it was disappointing because, we weren't playing to, our main objective was not to show the world, anything. We were playing for each other. We knew we were one of the best teams in the country. We still believe we were one of the best teams in the country. So I think that the disappointment comes in that, we had a goal from the beginning of the year, and our goal was to win a national championship. But, when it comes to, showing people like that really never bothered us, because even when we play all the big games, we never played for, whoever was watching. And but disappointment does come in the fact that, we knew we were one of the best teams in the country. We knew we could, compete against the best teams in the country, to lose in a round of 32. And our goal was to win that championship. That's where the disappointment came in at.
Very good. You said when you got to Illinois, you wanted to leave a legacy, and you have. The program is definitely on the way up. As we mentioned, Andre Curbelo, there's a lot of young talent within the program. How proud are you with what you individually, but as a program, as a team, accomplished over the last 3 years? Because you did leave a legacy. You didn't get that ultimate last goal to win a national championship, but there were so many things that you did along the way. How proud are you of not just yourself, but the coaching staff, your teammates, that you were able to do so much in such a short amount of time at the University of Illinois?
Oh, when it comes to, my legacy, I think I definitely, came here and accomplished everything that was meant to be accomplished. I think I achieved what I wanted to achieve. And I think our program did also. At the end of the day, this season, it's only one team that can hold up the hardware. At all the other teams in the tournament, every team goes home in the locker room sad except one team. So at the end of the day, when you look at the season, sometimes it's not always, championship or bust. I think this year with the Illinois team, we turned so many heads. We're one of the top teams in the country. Whenever you think of Illinois, you're going to think of this team. You're going to think of the 05 team. You're going to think of, as one of the greatest teams. And I think going forward, we will be remembered as that. I think going forward, more recruits will continue to come in because they will want to play for the University of Illinois because of, what this team accomplished, what last team accomplished.
Last one for me, how excited are you about this next step in the journey? I mean, not just because it's a lifelong goal for every young basketball player to play in the NBA, but, you have a heck of a track record, man, a heck of a resume of being a leader, of being a great teammate, of continuing to get better. I mean, we talked about it. I don't want to rehash it, but you could have gone pro after your freshman year. You could have gone pro after your sophomore year. But again, you now have a resume of every year I get better. Every year my team gets better. How excited are you for that next step? And how excited are you to show the next level? Hey, Ayo Dosunmu, this guy's just getting started.
Definitely. That's my main focus, this whole offseason, getting ready for the draft, to showcase that I can get better. One of my favorite things is constructive criticism, or whenever someone criticizes my game, because at the end of the day, I think that's like, the answer to the test. If someone is saying I can't do something, even though I know I can do it, it's just going to make me go in the gym and work harder at it to make my game to be as complete as possible. So that's what I've just been, really harping on these workouts, getting bigger, getting stronger, just working on my overall game, working on, my program. And I'm really excited for the next step because the way the program is, the spacing, how, they get open shots, how pretty much it's a every time you're in any play it comes down to isolation, whether in a pick and roll or just coming down to beating your man and making a play. And I think that's really, one of the strong parts of my game is playmaking. So I'm really excited to, just keep continuing to get better, keep continuing to get stronger. And I'm excited for the next step.
He is Ayo Dosunmu, the Cousy Award winner. Cousy Award via Hoopall. Go to hoopallawards.com for more information on Ayo, all the other winners. Also, make sure to follow Hoopall on Twitter, @Hoopall, on Instagram, @Hoopall. Ayo Dosunmu, my man. Cannot wait. No, I cannot wait to see it at the next level, man. You crushed it. It's been fun to watch you. I'm glad I got 3 years of you because you could have been gone after a year, man. So thank you for the time. Thank you for an incredible career, and we'll speak soon, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you.